The 1999 NFL Draft. Now, again, my memory on these players is going to start improving. In 1999, I was actually living in Manhattan. I moved from Atlanta, Georgia to Manhattan in the, if I guess, land of summer. So maybe, but I wasn't really paying attention to football. Just want to get a job and have a great time. Never went, actually, never went and saw the Giants or the Jets play live, which is the Giants at that time were like selling out. So it's hard to get tickets, almost impossible. To go see the Yankees and the Mets and some basketball games, but no, never saw professional team play other than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which was easy to get tickets in the Big Sombrero because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were a terrible team for a very long period of time. But anyhow, it's not about them. It's about the 1999 NFL Draft. The Cleveland Browns, number one pick overall, Tim Couch, quarterback Kentucky, I think I would have to say you're a bigger number one bust than or high. You are the number one pick overall. Did not have very good career. I don't know why people put Ryan Leaf as a bigger bust than you, but no offense to you, Tip. But anyhow, Philadelphia Eagles, Donovan McNabb, quarterback, Syracuse, taken. He was booed. That's definitely, I think most people remember that from this draft. People booed him when he was picked by the Eagles. Ended up taking him to the Super Bowl. Famously fought with his wide receiver, or his wide receiver famously fought with him, whichever way you want to look at it. Cincinnati Bengals, Akili Smith, I forgot you were a quarterback from Oregon. Sorry about that. I mean, that's considered a whiff. So three quarterbacks taken, and one had a very good, I'd say, reasonably good career, and two, we're going to have to say busts. Okay, Indianapolis Colts, Edgar and James, Hall of Famer, running back, University of Miami, Florida. Did not finish his career with Indianapolis Colts, but had an amazing career. Number five, New Orleans Saints. I remember this because Dick Bucka took over the. Is it Dick Bucka? No, the Mike Ditka. Wow, Mike Ditka took over the New Orleans Saints, and he famously traded a lot of his picks to get you Ricky Williams, running back from Texas. Um, didn't have the greatest. I mean, rushed over 10,000 yards. Was Heisman Trophy winner. Considered. I know. Um, people really thought highly of you, and you had a lot of some issues with say ADHD, and didn't like all the attention. So it was well known you smoked marijuana, which is now pretty much not tested for in the NFL, but at that time kind of damaged your career. Went on to play Miami Dolphins. Didn't have a Hall of Fame career, but pretty good. Washington Commanders, of course, they're still called the other name back then. Champ Bailey, defensive back, Georgia, Hall of Fame career, amazing champ. Arizona Cardinals, David Boston, wide receiver, Ohio State. Detroit Lions, guys, just not very good at picking. Chris Claiborne, linebacker, Southern California. St. Louis Lambs, Torrey Holt, wide receiver, North Carolina State. I believe you're in the Hall of Fame. You're definitely on that team, greatest team on turf. Baltimore Ravens, Chris McAllister, defensive back, Arizona. Minnesota Vikings took Dante Culpepper, quarterback, Central Florida, throwing to Randy Moss. Chicago Bears, Cade McNown, quarterback, UCLA. I think you've been still in the league for like 20 years. You lasted a long time, I know. Bounced around a lot. Pittsburgh Steelers, Troy Edwards, wide receiver, Louisiana Tech. Kansas City Chiefs at 14 with John Tate, tackle, Brigham Young. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Anthony McFarland, defensive tackle, Louisiana State. Tennessee Titans with Javon Curse, defensive end, Florida. I'm not sure if you're in the Hall of Fame, but definitely had an amazing career. New England Patriots, Damien Woody on television. I didn't know you were a center. Okay. Boston College. I didn't realize what your position was. I knew you were an interior lineman. Oakland Raiders, Matt Stitchcomb, tackle, Georgia. New York Giants, Luke Pettigo, tackle, Notre Dame. Definitely heard of you. I think you definitely had a very good career. Dallas Cowboys, Ebenezer Ukaban, defensive end, North Carolina. 21, Arizona Cardinals. L.J. Shelton, tackle from Eastern Michigan. Seattle Seahawks, Lamar King, defensive end. Saginaw Valley State. Okay. I'm guessing that is in Michigan. Buffalo Bills, Antoine Winfield, defensive back, Ohio State. Are you still in the league? Is that possible? San Francisco 49ers, Reggie McGrew, defensive tackle, Florida. 25, Green Bay Packers, Antoine Edwards, defensive back, Clemson. Jacksonville Jaguars, Fernando Bryant, defensive back, Alabama. We're starting to see the SEC and coming to light, and of course, Florida teams for players from Florida colleges in the draft. Detroit Lions, Aaron Gibson, tackle, Wisconsin. 28, New England Patriots, Andy Katzenmoyer, linebacker, Ohio State. Vikings, Minnesota Vikings at 29, Demetrius Underwood, defensive end, Michigan State. Atlanta Falcons, Patrick Kearney, defensive end, Virginia. 31, Denver Broncos, Al Wilson, linebacker, Tennessee. And 32, the 32nd pick, first round, Cleveland Browns, Kevin Johnson, wide receiver, Syracuse. So we have a massive bust at number 1. We have a Hall of Famer, Edgar and James, Champ Bailey, Terry Holt, maybe. So we'll definitely have 2. Is there a third? I think Terry Holt, but I'm not 100%. It's hard for wide receivers. Very, 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 very difficult for wide receivers to get in the Hall of Fame because it's a completely dependent position. So for 100%, we have 2, and we'll have to check if there was a third. See ya in the year Y2K. Boy, do I remember that build up. Boy, I think that was like one of the biggest internet frauds, or the first big internet fraud. And we're starting to enter the internet age. And that was a big, big, big change once we get onto online. We still don't have YouTube. We still don't have Facebook. We still don't have Twitter in 1999. There was MySpace, was a big deal. I don't know MySpace. Was that I don't know when that actually launched, but it was around the 2000s because I was in Manhattan. I remember using MySpace. So maybe that was like 2001 or 2 or 3. So it was like we're still like basically 1999. We're in .com 1.0. I definitely remember that. That was an amazing time period until, of course, it crashed. But anyhow, on to the year 2000 NFL draft very soon. Bye.